Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, it's great. Please tell us.
So yeah, I would like to start a little bit about history, just few history, and after that, I would challenge you guys. Because after yesterday concert, it was really interesting stuff. Like they came out the figure, and I was like, okay, I want to go next to Cimbalom to see what can I do with that instrument, because you guys like you use the table as an instrument, like you use different things, like it's so creative. And I was with Mike, the composer.
Mike Dubstrom from Philadelphia. Yes.
Yes. We went together to the concert, and after that we had a discussion, and he might compose something for this instrument. And I'm really looking forward for that. I hope he gets inspired. And yeah, we were looking like, what can we do? What can we do with this? Like, because we are.
Well, we have the black shoe we put on top of it.
For example, yeah, maybe it can work. Well, for me, sometimes it's inspiring, and I would say grabs me out of the box, because we have repertoire, we have some way of thinking, and sometimes it's hard to see something different. So yeah, after a little introduction, I would like, before talking about the techniques, mallets, and everything, I would like to challenge you to come closer a bit, like for 5 minutes, to look at it and to have some ideas what can we do. Because I'm really curious, I can learn about it. I can learn about many things. So yeah, the idea of heating something, I think it's one of the most old ideas, ancient something. And putting a string, like the technique of playing, it's called the batuco, and pizzicato, like might have been one of the first that appeared in human music history. So I just want to say that this instrument is really ancient, and came from Asia, spread it in Europe, in different shapes. This particular one, it's called Hungarian, because they developed it in the 19th century, the second half of 19th century, and they took it as a nation, like one of the national symbols in arts, thanks to the previous kings and one chronicle who wrote about, mentioned this instrument in his writings. So they thought it's a Hungarian thing, and it's very good for the cimbalom because they started to develop it. So imagine, it has three-quarters of the size of the range. Before that, without pedals, it sounded like whenever you play something, imagine everything is up, or everything is not damped. You play something, whatever, and you need to you need to stop the sound with your hands. And interestingly, there are some kind of cymbaloms, cymbalom version of the instrument that still use the same techniques. Like, for example, in Belarus, they have little cymbaloms without pedals. They play, and they are so fast, like playing and cutting the strings, like stopping the sound. So yeah, they developed it in Hungary. The main figure that made it happen was József Sunda. He didn't play cymbalom himself, but he had good ideas how to innovate, how to upgrade not only cymbalom, but there is also Tarago. I don't know how to translate.
It's a wind instrument.
It's a wind instrument.
Popular in Romania.
It's popular in Romania, mostly in Transylvanian part, and it was used mostly for
between the mountains.
Between the mountains, and for those folks who were against the empire, and they were giving signs to each other using that instrument. They are called in Romanian high pitch, but in Hungarian flutes. And there are a lot of flute folk songs written for Cimbalom and Taragot, like historical part of Hungary. After it got developed, they started to write music, to adapt music. One of the first figures that did a great job for this instrument was Oliveira, who was the first one to open music school, a Cimbalom school in Budapest. It was in late 19th century, beginning of 20th century, and after that they started to take it seriously. They opened a department in the Liszt Academy. They started with like Kodai Zoltán wrote in 1926 this Hadiános opera for acts, and he used the Cimbalom in that opera. After that, Stravinsky got some inspiration. Some great composers like Peter Oethers, but it's already like second half of the 20th century. The most recent compositions, I would say, are Alexander's piece, pieces, concerto and different solo pieces for piano and Cimbalom. Also, John Adams did some symphony in 2012, 2014, if I remember correct. He put the Cimbalom in a poem and he gave a good part of the musical material in his symphonies.
Boulez also.
Pierre Boulez,
Where they've noticed as well a lot of music for tremolo.
Also,
Maybe.
Thomas Hades added something. It's shortly about history. Otherwise, we are still looking for new repertoire. And my former teacher from Chisinau, from Republic of Moldova, Valerio Guță, he did immense work adapting music for Cimbalom. Hungarians have different approach in adapting music. They just take the score of violin, they put it here, what is playable they play, what is not they do something, like they try to manage it. While Valerio Guță, he writes the score, everything, how it should play. So it's like proper score for Cimbalom. Using the whole range, trying to bring up the instrument specifics and possibilities. And this was the turning, or I would say the starting point of my thesis. I'm doing now some research on Cimbalom repertoire, and this was the starting point of it, like using the instrument from its best quality and trying to revive, I don't know how to say in English, sorry about my English, if you don't understand anything, just let me know. To revive some music, some historical music, because we don't really have it. These guys, like who invented mechanics and piano, they really cool, but because of that, Cimbalom went in shade, like it wasn't in the spotlight. Because it's much better to play with 10 fingers. It's much comfortable. You can play chords, you can accompany yourself, you can do a lot of stuff. While on Cimbalom you have two. Okay.
But then conversely, we can do things here with 2 mouths that we can't do with 10 fingers.
Right. About the closeness of the string to the note. As opposed to the piano, is a mechanism. So you press, but then there's all these other things that have to take place for the sound to be produced. Here, it's very direct, and all those little tremors.
Yeah, you can control sound differently, yes, that's true. There are, yes, pluses and minuses. It's in a way challenging, in a way you have different different sounds, different expression, musical expressions. Yeah. So now, yeah.
So now, you just, I think maybe just one little point about, as you're talking, you should recognize that a lot of the things that have been shared with us apply to percussion work, right? A lot of our instruments have been incorporated into the orchestral world, even later than Harianos and Kodali, right, sir? Or even Kodali as well. Lots of percussion and keyboards, and so, but not vibraphone, not marimba. So our instruments, in a way, this quest for repertoire that you're talking about, that applies to us as well, right? Just think about the first program of percussion. I always say this: first program of percussion at a university in the United States was in the 1950s, right? There, a requirement that Paul Price had was that everybody had to have music written for them or by them on their recitals. Why? Well, it's something new. It's still taking place. So we are as well, we are the Cimbalom in a way, because a lot of what we do has an 80-year history, or even less. Talking to somebody this morning, it was maybe could have been Antonio or somebody, Aaron. The 5-octave marimba is from the 90s, late 80s or 90s, right? The marimba was a vastly different instrument up until 30 years ago. So all these things that we owe the marimba we take out, that's 30 years, 20 years, 15 years, right? Everything is really, really new. So this quest for both writing new music, writing new repertoire, but also taking the music that's been written and adapting it to the specificities of your instrument, as you talked about historically the people that do that and how they notate that. We get the same thing, right? We play Baroque music on keyboards, and somebody has either, maybe if it's percussion addition, somebody has edited and changed a few things and put in stickies, not fingerings. So that is something it also should be part of our practice. A very important part. Just yesterday after the concert, Antonio and Charlie, we want to do transcription, from Beethoven. I was like, great, wonderful, do it. Do it. For percussion duo, great, do it. There will be, you'll have to consider things, you're taking a solo piece and putting it for 2 people, you're taking a piano piece and bringing it to the marimba. There's always questions, all these things that so I'm just saying this as another point where there's a lot in common with the history of Cimbalom and our own practice. Beyond, of course, we're all drummers.
Yeah, that's.
I hope you don't take that as an insult.
No.
Being called a drummer.
I feel like in the family already.
Yeah.
We have to fight for our place in this history. Yeah, and we are babies.
Good babies.
Comparing to violinists and cellists.
We don't have 350 years of history. We don't have 400.
And also, like, it cuts the opportunities. When you want to have some concerts or something, you are limited in repertoire. You don't have this vast library with tons of music.
So what do you do?
We are good friends with composers.
Did you hear that? So the question is, what do we do? We're good friends. So what do we do?
Become good friends with composers.
Yes, thank you, Mr. O'Mahony. Become good friends with the composers, or write our own music. Write our own music, or both. Right? Do it.
Or trying to adapt whatever it can make good, for the instrument. Okay.
So did you wanna, you said you wanted to get us up?
Yes, yes,
Close.
please come closer to the instrument.
Everybody, get up. Don't touch. Make yourselves very comfortable. Come really close, but don't touch anything.
Yeah. So,
Just-
how it works, what you see with this color strings is chromatic, fully chromatic. Until here. It's like 1.5 octave, almost 2, I would say. What is here, it's chaos. Nothing repeats. There is no pattern whatsoever. It's because they use these bridges to have one string that has 2 notes. Yeah. We have some fifths here, then some tritons, and then here is second, third. There is no logic in it. Yeah, and the most curious thing, I think, the Joseph Tundo forgot about E flat, because he did the Cimbalom, and after like the second day he woke up, oh my god, where is the E flat? Because he put all the E flats here in one corner, and whenever I have something involving E flat, it's like, okay, I need to practice that. It requires a lot of gymnastics, Yeah. This is the pedal. It's quite primitive. It just opens the string. Nothing. We don't have this fancy pedals like on the piano so. Yeah, it's just really basic. We have, as you guys, I'm sure you experiment with different kinds of mallets to bring out the sound. I myself also like this, and now we were coming here to the school, and we have had a conversation with Sasha, like, what if we put something like, for example, here cotton on this part, and here something stronger, to make maybe sometimes we want some accents in our music, and we just turn, we play a note here, and then we turn a bit and do an accent, for example. And it's a good idea. I saw someone using it. I believe they play some jazz on Cimbalom, which is really exciting. And yeah, they put some stronger material on the part of it, so that they can use it.
And that's we also have that idea in different ways. 2-tone mallets, right? With part, but also Kohlberg. They're talking about Kohlberg. The German company. They make, and I think I've seen it in the U.S. as well. They make like little mallets that you have. So wooden shaft around, but then there's like two, 3, or sometimes 4 sides. Like imagine like a little dice. What do you call that thing that you throw? The dice, yeah. A little dice, but like on each side there's like a little brass, a little, so then you could like turn.
Half and half timpani mallets, half metal,
Half. And I think Professor Wozniak has tons of like the half and half. He makes his own. So it's
Okay, that's interesting.
So it's like that this is something that we should as well consider, which is great. Yeah.
For now, I use like different. When I want to be softer, I use this. These are like traditional Hungarian. They are a bit smaller, really light. Sounds soft. When I want to play something different, well, it's not really creative, but I would just this. It sounds like that. At the recital, I mentioned this is a completely different way, because we use like this more traditional sticks. The point finger, it's here, and we hold like that, and we use here. It's just grab it, and it's a bit different. You have to work a bit more with your arm, and the feeling is like everything goes down. So like this. It's a bit better sound maybe for Porsche repertoire as it's a bit closer to the clavecin, harp.
Yeah, harpsichord.
Yeah. It has a bit of like plucking because in the harpsichord there are no hammers. So like this little thing that goes when you press the key, it goes up, and there is one tiny material that plucks the string. A little of this effect. And I'm not really used to this kind of mallet. That's why I tried to combine the traditional style and put leather here, but it's still in work in the process because it's too thick, and sometimes you hit more strings than you want. But I like the sound. I like the sound of it. I just need to get it a bit more adjusted for the strings.
So what you're saying as well is that you're always experimenting
I'm trying
and trying to find the right mallets, and then that you take it into your own hands to be building and modifying the implements that you use. Does that sound like something we should be doing?
You're not doing it.
No, but we're doing it. But like, Professor Bill Wozniak, he makes his own. He makes it for his students. Now we're his students as well, and so we should, can I get that? But also just build your own, right? We have Mr. Builder Specialist of wire, sort of wire brushes and all the stuff, but that's something we have to do. Like there's something that's asked for. Oh, we don't have a building. And if you have any questions about building, just ask Mr. O'Mahony. He's an excellent. That's to all of you.
It's part of our work, yes, because it changes the sound of the cimbalom pretty much. And like the oboe players, they work a lot on their reeds. They craft it, they do it. It takes much more time than just practicing. It's just all the time they're doing that. So it's an important part of our thing. Also on the cimbalom, yes, Sasha mentioned it's interesting because we have the string, and we can touch it, we can do whatever we want with it. So here, like for example, might have different sounds. Also, we can find the pizzicato, combine with something. Every instrument is different, so you need to find the spots.
Question.
Yeah.
If you play like a harmonic, would you be able to like also vibrato on the harmonic?
Good question. Let's try.
A little bit.
Maybe a little bit, sometimes.
That's pretty cool.
Maybe a feeling of illusion or something. But after yesterday concerts, we were talking with the. You can prepare the instrument, with different stuff because we have everything open and you have these effects. It's like just out of like if you have enough creativity, you can experiment on it and do different things. Like there are some composition I will show you one. They are using different.
You need a music standard.
No, that's fine. Like one of the Moldovan great composers Boris, Dubosarski. Yes.
Mike? Yep. Let's put the transpose it in. Put it here.
I was working so much with this book. Yeah, and the very last part of this piece, I think you would be much more, you have much more ability to do that because he asks, I will show you. Why. Yeah, so for example, here, number 1, and he has the instructions. And it's con legmus udeca, so it's like this. And then the next one, number 2, con legmus udenta, like so. Then we have a melody in the bass, something. Something like that. You can use what is more interesting for me. This piece.
You gotta get a stand where we can see it.
Oh, thank you. You can just make these effects. So something like that. You know, it can add a lot of tremolos. You guys love it, I'm sure. Yeah. Also, I like using different parts of the strings because if you play here. Has one color, but you have what on the piano you can empty because you have the mechanics there. Yeah, different types of glissando. And here he asked like to be like this polyrhythmic, to have this polyrhythmia. So I have this melody here. I cannot do that because you have to just separate your hands just to think in different dimensions, and I'm sure on the drums you have this like settled. And, yeah, the last effect from in this particular piece being just dropping the sticks.
That we can do.
Yeah, that was. That's,
I
yes.
can master that one.
Yeah. This piece I played
Even I
like
can do
maybe
that.
10 years ago, and yesterday at the concert there was that piece with the little things on.
Did Bartolo play the solo?
Yeah. And they had a bucket, yeah, or what was it? Can or something, and in the end he just put it and he walks away. Oh, awesome. It was like the same. I thought, okay, it reminded me of this piece. That's why I was like, okay, that's something.
But not the first piece in musical history that folks walk off, right?
Yeah.
Haydn had been doing that,
Yep.
Right, folks walking off, so.
Yeah.
It's not like we came up with the idea yesterday.
Yeah. But it's sometimes we forget all these things, at least me, like, okay, we are so focused on playing, and sometimes, okay, let's get out and let's look at this instrument. What can we do? So if you are curious how originally, like Cimbalom original, written for Cimbalom original music looks like. It's here.
Can I just ask you something about, so since we're all up looking, right? Has everybody looked inside a grand piano, right, or a piano? So just each of the notes here, you can see that the first four strings are this really thick single and I don't know, call it wound, is that what you call it?
Coil.
Yeah, so coiled, one thick coil for the first four notes. And then after that, you know, when you're on piano, you play, the hammer plays, one key hits two strings, right? They're getting thinner, and then at one point, so this register is, it's really interesting that it's just a 4. So in a way, this is one instrument. Does that make sense? These 4 strings have, there's a little break, and so the question to you is, you know, when we go from a single string to the 2 strings, and on this point, it's 3 strings, right?
Yeah.
And they're getting thinner and thinner, we're going up, and then, yeah, okay, so 4, and they're not wound now, right? They're just single strings.
Yeah.
And then it's pretty much 4 all the way up to the top, and they're just getting smaller. So in a way, we talk about this on our instruments, even though it's like, oh, it's one instrument, or the piano, even more so. It's a white key and a black key, white key. So you look at the mechanism, it's so homogeneous, right? But it really is, we talk about the marimba, the vibraphone, it really is a bunch of different instruments put together. For us, we don't pay attention too much, but like the bars go from being this big, and then they get shorter. And then they get shorter. And then they get, so each time there's a change, in the piano as well, right? There's different models. It's like between the A and the B flat, that's where the instrument changes, right? So you have to be, I'm sure you talk about that, right? How do you play a melody over that?
Yes.
And keep it even, right?
But I also think that pianists, because they practice so much since very young, at some point their ears stop listening, so they are not really as acute of listeners as other instrumental players. You know, it's just because, you know, practicing piano and piano being an instrument with equal tuning. I mean, so everything is so equal that at some point the ear just shuts down, and you can enjoy the music in a different way, you know. But yeah, unfortunately, yes, pianists are not the best people to listen. You know, I can tell you that. You know, I think percussion majors have an advantage about that. So because I guess piano is, everything is already set there, you know, and at some point, because you're practicing so long, so many hours, you know, and so many years, you stop really listening to the sound, how it's produced, you know, unfortunately.
It's really, really important to listen.
Yes.
Right, because if we get caught in the mechanism being so homogeneous on piano, it's all the same. But like, this is I keep saying this is a completely different instrument than this is, right? So you have to play this. So I'm just like for you, I wonder how do you think, you know, are you really trying to get the four strings, or if it plays just one little string, I'm sure the sound will be different. You're trying to like play sort of center of the mallet, or how do you manage
Okay,
going from one little register to the other so that things sound homogeneous?
It depends. Yeah, what you want from the instrument at one point. If you want greater sounds or something, yeah, you keep, I don't know, maybe on the percussion it's the same approach or technique, but everything should be really close to feel the strings, you know. Because if you go, like, for example, you play crazy from up, you might not hit all the 4 strings. So you need to really be close to the strings to be able to hit to make a if you want to make
I want to
something.
clap every time you play.
Oh.
I'm already used to it, you know. This week, yeah, it has been great.
If you want to, something different, you even might turn a bit the stick, because here, if you practice, it gets hard. You know, here, well, I don't practice much now, but like here. You can play that one. So if you want to hit everything, you need to feel that you are. It's like a continuation of your hand, you know. On the piano, you have this really like, you can play with closed eyes, you know. You feel, if you know the geography of the instrument so much, so good that you don't need. Here, you need to somehow to feel it like here. It's your finger. We have like patterns like you guys, I'm not sure you do, like doubling. Different sort of I don't know, practicing like rhythms that you can you know.
You're a drummer, see?
Yeah, it's a drummer. It's a drummer. Yeah. Especially in a folk music, it's like they use this. It's basically used like not only harmony but rhythm engine. They play this Romanian folk music.
Just like, I mean, obviously there's a ton of similarities in like just the technique, the percussionist, and I think what you're doing here. But I mean, the biggest difference I see is where the fulcrum is and where the indent and the mallet that you have. I'm wondering, like, what are the pros of that compared to like for us percussionists holding our fulcrum?
Can you maybe explain the fulcrum? I don't know if,
so
if that's a term that
fulcrum's just where you're basically holding like that acts as where you're holding the mallet basically. Or we usually hold it right here, right in the thumb. That's part of our index finger. And this is how we gain our control, and a lot of our mallets have a lot more weight to it too. Yeah. So I'm wondering, like, it's the fact that your fulcrum's inside of your index finger. Like, is there pros to that just kind of helps you have more control over the instrument, maybe more or less, than maybe holding it with?
That's the part I want to learn from you guys, really, because we use like holding this stick. Not talking about this; it's a completely different story. But holding this, it's really important to have these three fingers. Like you just hold very, very nicely. You have a little bit of space here all the time because when you hit, you have this ricochet, or how do you call it? It comes a little bit.
Yeah, rebound. Ricochet, rebound.
It helps you a bit, you know, and it needs a bit of space here to move. Also important to make everything smooth, and if you feel some pain or something, then you stop. And you just rethink your muscles and everything. But yeah, mostly this here. Yeah, a little bit, not too much, because if it's too much, then it goes here, and it's that's not. Maybe if we would use those kind of sticks, what you are talking about with this technique, maybe it can work. But we never tried. I'm curious about that. I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
That's better than my
It's a good question. Thank you.
We should have mallets like that, maybe. After a later
they are using a different, like for example, this guy from Strasbourg. I saw a picture and some videos. They are using. He's also a drummer or something because he's a teacher of the drummer department, the percussion department, and he's using different things for like I saw a picture like it was normal like the traditional sticks. There was a brush or something. And they use they use also like this sticks like the regular you use for the band. Or, they put on the top of it some material so it makes different sounds.
So I can just go to Hungary and do a pair of snare drumsticks and they're gonna be like, oh sure.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
So if you guys want to try, I really trust you because you are musicians, you are drummers.
Oh my gosh.
Just feel free. Here is fully chromatic. You can try playing it. Here is like I don't know.
Yeah, got it.
It takes a while.
Is there a difference for these black? Does this tell you anything for note-wise, these black?
Well, it's designed for the beginners to see at least where is the C.
Okay.
There's a C. This is a B flat at moment, and this is G sharp.
Okay, so still no rhyme or reason. Okay.
C's. Now those are C's?
Yeah, this is C.
C, C, C.
B flat, G sharp, and D.
Oh,
I want to ask you one other thing. I see all your mounts that have some kind of like adaptation here. Is there such thing as just the stick, as you know what I mean, with no wrap?
Oh yeah. It's possible to use just the stick. The thing is that it's too light.
Okay.
And you don't have this comfort.
Yeah, you want to have forward.
Yeah,
Okay.
you need a bit too.
Okay.
So like what type of material would you use if you wanted to get the sound of just the stick, but you need more weight?
Like that,
Or-
like that, maybe tape probably.
Or would you wrap before the contact area, so it has the weight, but the contact area is bare?
But then you might get like
rather than
another
what's hitting, Antonio's suggesting that there will be a weight.
Okay.
Before, you still get the weight, but that would be the harder.
Okay,
harder
that's a
stuff.
good idea. Okay, I think I will try this. Sometimes we just turn the sticks, like we just like for example in Sasha's piece he uses this in the cadenza there is one place. And I need to turn the stick like this. Yeah, and then back. So yeah, it's possible, but yeah, I will think about that because I know that was the problem, and like it might be also problematic if you put something and it's big, it might hit the string or something, or to put something like heavier and not so big.
Yeah, sometimes you put a little bit of a ring of metal, right? A little, you've seen those, like a little, so it's not thick, just a little. Yeah, the bass drum mounts kind of have that, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, would you like to try a bit to experience? Yeah, you just put the pointing finger here. Oh yeah, this way. Yeah.
One more question I had.
Oh. Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah. Can I cut this?
The eyes are like playing. This is
See, this one,
look at.
this one,
I can't like comprehend.
I can't look at it. It's like
Just open your eyes.
Just like harder cards, just like hit stuff.
oh wait a second.
Yeah. This is the symbol. Oh.
Does it matter? Like it's one for right hand, one for left hand.
Usually yes.
Yeah.
This part's like.
Usually, What do you think? It's like almost
It's like,
I know, it looks like it's tuned the same way a piano or a harp.
What do you think the Zeltzmans would sound like?
Timpani sticks would be interesting.
Tiffany 6
So it's like,
I want to see what the Zeltzmans.
like if I got like my
Yeah.
does it ever like start to hurt your eyes to look at?
Yeah,
It like hurts your eyes.
it makes you dizzy, you know, like.
I know, it makes you like really dizzy. It's crazy.
Nice.
Wow,
Like, oh my god.
He's got some good things.
I'm gonna play this myself.
Oh yeah, I just like how much
I
can't hurt
the
much.
Chinese.
Too much, yeah.
It's because like the light just moves. Don't let us do
That's like a, somebody just got
Bad.
popped in
that.
the
That's like a
jar.
sitar.
So we're pretty much for the lower register.
It just reminds me of
That sounds
sitar.
It sounds like that one like N64 Zelda level.
Yeah.
Where you get trapped in the jar.
Yeah.
It's dry does that
Wow.
for
What
Yeah,
is
that's
it?
what
Just,
That's just what it is.
Who wants to play, just play. Be very careful.
Sit
Wow.
down and you will see what I mean. It like hurts your eyes. It's crazy.
I call it maintenance, like how long?
About 1.5 to 2 hours. If it's,
It's definitely more like it's like almost like
Oh my god, it was
Yeah, it's like it's so trippy.
Do you have in the wrong hand, Wes? I feel like you're turning your wrist like crazy. Is it?
It feels weird in my hands to hold these.
They have like separate hands. Are you having the right hands?
I think that might be the problem.
I don't know. I can't tell. Was he right? Okay, sorry. I'm missing out more. Sorry.
When you hold it, are you shooting for like in between this knuckle or like
that too.
here? Okay. So it's like here.
So that's like that way.
Okay, yeah. By your knuckle.
That's
It's like it feels like because you're like your hands like down like this.
Yeah.
It's like I'm almost used to doing like this. It's like, but then it still feels right.
Because
It's interesting.
Oh,
How
yeah,
the stick is
like,
long.
wow.
It still feels natural even though it shouldn't.
Did you say you use your fingers a little bit?
Sorry?
Did you say you use your fingers?
That's like, but that's not just a little space, so it moves but not through the finger itself. So I don't move with the fingers.
I just want to see how
Just
they
Yeah.
space so it can.
No, it's literally no. Turn your hand. Yeah, it's still another turn your hand.
Yeah, you see the coils disappear. Wait, the lines disappear.
The high ones are fine.
I think my eyes hurt. I think you are right.
Okay. Okay. So it is.
I just had a question about some of the, like you were playing some of those folk music. I found, and I was listening to it, I hear, it's clicking, but at the same time, I realize it's Cimbalom. How did that instrument get into that?
For how confusing it is, it's actually really comfortable.
Yeah. I think you just have to like throw out your percussion. It's almost like you throw away everything you know. Like right to base.
Stephen already good at I also saw your group. It sounded phenomenal. Who did you play with? The bass player and the singer. It sounded phenomenal. That's impressive.
If you wanna play, this is your time.
It's like old German. If we were thinking about it in like French, German, and American.
Yeah.
I know. It's turning in. Why am I so?
No, it's the other way.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, the stick?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Because now it's
Oh, yeah.
Maybe like a little.
I understand the.
Yeah, bottom part is just C. I think.
I just can't look at it.
I think the top right is based in B, and then the top left is based in
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, like I thought like I understood. You think you understand it until you like sit down. Yeah, like it's crazy.
This is actually my research.
I let her know. It was like super like. Oh, really?
Oh.
Wait, is she a satellite suit? That's why.
So are these like more French?
With love and care.
With love and care. So this is like a, for us, we call it like a French room. It's like French and then German. German is like that. And then American is like in between. So I was like, when I was playing those feel like much more like German. And then these feel much like more French. And they have different like controls. Like the German is very much like control. And then the French is more like timpani, like very open and like fast.
Go like.
It's like you can tell like when you sit down, like they're also going at that and if the strings aren't like flat, they're all like crossing it. It's
They start rolling into it.
if you can see it when you're out here.
Yeah,
It also it looks like it's a total trip. This like instrument defines acid. Yeah, it looks like it's almost like a blanket.
Yeah, so much. It's like, have you ever rubbed your eyes too much?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
If I like unfocus my eyes, I'm
yeah, it's like it's like have you ever looked at
No idea. I can't believe it.
Yes, you have them on. I think it's the wrong side. You guys flip them around. The index is supposed to go in free. That's the
I heard you play in the
I think that's the most cohesive thing we've got from the road percussion.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I had it 3 seconds ago, and now I lost every one. Okay. Yeah.
You might get
so wacky.
That's why I'm most curious.
So rather you get used.
I don't have to ingest anything and I get that feeling. I don't have to smoke anything.
It's like you have it when you're on ground level, and then the second you get in parallel with it, I lost all of these. Like they're all gone. I like.
We're gonna invite it back like just so we can see that.
It's like the color differential, I think, is the only thing that's keeping me with it.
Dude, if these were all like a color code, beautiful.
Or even more disorienting.
Or just
Just
black and white.
Four mallet chip.
It gets a little much.
It gets better up there. It gets better up there.
Here we go.
Oh,
Look at us. Look at us going down the wrong route again. It took us a good 22 minutes before we started asking about a third and fourth ballot.
It's like kind of one of the first thoughts. Like, what happens if you use more than 2 mounts on this?
He's trying to figure out a way to like, okay,
It's a paradigm.
six notes. Yeah, six notes. Exactly what I thought about.
What if we had like a button function that would represent the note we want to hit? And we had like a whole keyboard. We'll have white and black keys.
Well, that's what
It gets like better off like so there's more sense
Try to play a scale with the bass.
You know, it's interesting
Yeah, scale.
Now finally got some music in here. Oh my gosh. We didn't hear the C major scale. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We can play the C major scale.
Dude, play whole tone now. That's easy.
He sees it. Or I don't see it, I should say.
I'm gonna get my brass band. Yeah, like some of them are like just.
I feel like that was, he always, it would always sound sick.
Sean, you gotta bring this to fully live.
Could you imagine?
All right. Well, did everybody get a chance to play a little bit? We have about, just about 7 minutes before we have to, Professor Ching is going to come in right at 3:15 for the orchestra, and we're going to have to help to take the instruments out. So, it's been amazing so far. Could you play something, like a little minute or 2 minutes for us?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Are there other questions, or you all were itching for?
I want to listen to it.
Oh.
Okay, what I want to play?
Or you don't have to. I mean, just, if you have some
more rockabilly.
or are there any questions or impressions from when you guys played some?
Can you elaborate more on the format? You said some pieces have 4.
Oh, 4, yes. Well, I don't have
the same.
We need the type of mallets, but let's try.
Now they're thinking about 6 already. You're holding 4 to
Sorry.
We can get to 6.
It will be a weird sound because it's like different. But let's try. So they use it mostly in folk music. There is one tune. It's called La Pelez de Cucuruz. It's like when the folks go to pick the cucumber or something like that. And it's a variation on that theme, and one variation is with 4 sticks or 3. Okay, so. Yeah, it really depends on the
first 2
genre.
seconds. It's like, oh, this is a nice little piece.
60
seconds. It's 60 minutes in like 1 second.
You can solve it with the arpeggio.
So that's also really great that there's these 2 options, right? You hold the mallet, or you can arpeggiate it, which in a lot of ways sounds.
Okay, I will just improvise for 1-2 minutes for you guys, and then
Yes,
or we have.
maybe.
This is so amazing.
Yeah.
I'm blown away.
Yes.
Thank you so
Thank you so
much.
much.
This is incredible.
This Friday.
Professor Timo,
Yeah,
please.
come on
thank
Friday.
you.
Do you have time?
Yeah, come on Friday. Please come on Friday.
What time is it on Friday? 7:30.
Yes, it's in Flieger Hall. Yes.
Yeah.
The concert and the Cimbalom.
I will just spoil a bit like the third movement of this concerto is really good. I really like it. The main theme of the.
So let's listen, everybody, please. There's just 2 more minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's okay.
Of course. Yes.
It starts. I still need to practice that. So I have to do today for that. So it's like.
Thank you very much.
And thanks for Professor Timofey for bringing you to campus, and it's absolutely amazing that you were able to share with us. So if
Thanks so
anyone
much.
ever thought what we were doing is hard, go back and rethink. We've been moved way down here.
I'm really happy to be here,
Yeah.
and such a friendly group, and feeling like in a family with the
Yes.
percussion section, and it's very nice. And looking forward for Friday to play this.
Thank you
with
so
the
much,
group.
Fabio, for inviting us. You know,
Everybody,
this was great.
please
To
come on
yeah,
Friday
this
and
was a
get
great
taken
experience.
with you.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you so much.
Can we help you? We need to help you put
Yes.
this piano
And maybe
on
for
top.
the future, you
Yes,
can
bravo.
use this instrument, the part.
Oh my gosh. We need it. We need you here. We need you here. All right, let's help. No. Let's help.